Yeah, you know what my name is. My whole crew's famous. That's why my whole crew's screaming. Fuck you, pay us. I like my beats choppy. When I drink, I get sloppy. Knowing me, I'll be buried in that Cubs jersey probably. Maintains tagging his name on the train. Spitting a hot 100 bars while you singing in the rain. I'm fly like I wear a cape. I rip the stage, crush the mic just like a grape, and beat my chest like an ape. Bananas with the flow, but you already know. That's why you're not surprised when I steal the show. Who's rhyming with the fresh lining? It takes you years for you to understand the state that I'm in. Slow poke, so quit trying. 200 songs deep and never shot for a deal, cause I'm too busy getting drunk outside of Wrigley Field. So get your head on here and let me do what I do before I bring a lot of problems to you and your crew. Get your head on here.
For you as well as for our viewers, Mayor Christopher Clark was not playing any games. He warned attendees in advance if there were any disruptions at tonight's meeting that he would indeed kick everyone out of the meeting, and that's exactly what happened. Take a look at tonight's City Council meeting. Harvey residents once again frustrated with Mayor Christopher Clark's practices, calling them, quote, illegal, unfair, and unjust. The room packed with supporters of 2nd Ward Alderwoman Colby Chapman. I'll tell you why shortly. Now, during public comments, residents asked for transparency on spending. They complained about water bill increases without notification. They also said their rights to address concerns were being censored. Mayor Clark cleared the packed room about 20 minutes in after someone began clapping.
We cannot have a say-so. We cannot show emotion. We have to sit here and act as if we do not care about anything that anybody says.
You can't have a voice. They don't want you to speak up with the injustice that's happening in the black community. They're displacing us out of our communities. They're taking our homes.
I don't like it. I'll be frank, I don't like it, but what I would like...
You don't like what? What don't you like?
I don't like the fact that there's so much disruption and we're not able to take care of city business.
And take a look at this cell phone video now viral on social media. 2nd Ward Alderwoman Colby Chapman being physically removed by Harvey police during a council meeting last month. She says officers bruised her arms in the process. Chapman was trying to address the mayor about a resident's property being sold, but Mayor Clark would not acknowledge her, saying she was out of order. Chapman and her mother were arrested and later charged with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. The alderwoman herself was also charged with battery. Mayor Clark saying she hit the officer during the arrest.
I don't think that it's a good look for an alderperson to, hit law enforcement officers. And I think that that's really one of the stories here that need to be taken care of, because the simple fact is what she did. I don't think that she belongs in this position. The bottom line is she's an activist. She wants to be the man and fight against the man. She wants to be the government and fight against the government.
I did not hit an officer, push an officer on my way out of the council. Nobody should have to ingest physical behavior simply for an inquiry. And unfortunately, I digested that. But the bruise has gone away, the memory never will, and I'm simply pushing forward.
And after attendees were put out of the meeting, about 20 minutes past, they were let back in. The meeting resumed for about 30 minutes or so, and then it promptly ended. We will tell you that this is Chapman's second time being arrested, her third time being put out of a meeting because of disorderly conduct claims against her. We do know that Chapman and her supporters are continuing to call for federal investigation into the township's practices, and Mayor Christopher Clark.
The City Council meeting came to a brief halt following applause during a public comment.
You know what? Go ahead. Clear the room.
The mayor warning multiple times that if disruptions would be made, he would clear the room. Residents angered by that after claiming they have continuously been silenced by the mayor's office, a claim also being made by Alderwoman Colby Chapman.
I witnessed a troubling pattern in our governance, a pattern of silencing voices and shielding decisions from public view.
The 2nd Ward Alderwoman was arrested during a city council meeting 2 weeks ago, she says, while trying to speak on behalf of a resident. The city council voting to censure her and remove her from the meeting, as seen here on this video.
The officers were actually trying to grab her merchandise,
And that's when she got combative and decided to hit one of the officers.
Alderwoman Chapman claiming she did not hit the officer. Chapman was charged with battery of a law enforcement officer, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. Since that meeting, residents coming to her defense while also airing out their own issues against the mayor.
Across our city, residents are facing fee increases on water bills, municipal gas tax, property taxes, housing inspections, and business license, to name a few.
Many in the crowd here calling for federal oversight and an investigation into the mayor's administration.
Bottom line is, if she has an issue with any of these things, she's more than welcome to meet us in court if that's the case. And they want to call out for state and federal oversight. I've already called for that.
Mayor Christopher Clark saying what happened during the April 28th meeting was an enforcement of the council's rules.
It hampers our ability to conduct business and take care of the business, and also it gives us a bad look as far as the world is concerned, to make them think that we don't have the ability to govern ourselves, which we do.
My passion for the issues facing our residents sometimes pushes me beyond procedural boundaries. But my intent has always been to speak for those who feel voiceless.
I want to take you to some video that's gone viral now on social media. The Second Ward alderman being physically removed by Harvey police from a city council meeting. This is Chapman's third time being arrested by Harvey police during a meeting. This last incident happening April 28th. She says officers bruised her arms in the process. Now, Chapman was trying to address the mayor about a resident's property being sold, she tells me, but Mayor Chris Clark would not acknowledge her. The alderwoman kept speaking before a motion was made to have her dismissed from the meeting. Here's more. Got to ask, to play devil's advocate, why not just be silent? Why resist? Why not just leave?
You know what? In that moment, I gathered my things, and that's exactly what I was looking to do. But when 3 male officers approached me as a female, as I'm trying to gather my things, I think that would startle any person, whether it be man or woman, because there's this abrasive approach to asking me to leave, and I simply was leaving. But the further point is all of that insinuated simply because I was being a voice from Miss Allen.
Let's raise some hell. I'm feeling nuttier than motherfucking Dave Chappelle, and you ain't shit but a clown that I laugh at. So suck my motherfucking dick and lick my ass. So put your hand on hater and let me do what I do before I bring a lot of problems to you and your crew. Get your hand on hater, yeah, keep talking that smack, but do it from a distance, cause you don't know me from Jack. Get your hand on hater, pour salt to my name, and keep talking about how I'm fucking up the whole game. Get your hand on hater, if you don't like me then fine, you just mad because I'm taking what is rightfully mine.